Deep within every human soul, a question crashes like waves. Is God just? It's not some abstract philosophical inquiry. It's a raw, existential cry. It rises from the heart of a mother who lost her child, from the chest of a man crushed by poverty despite all his hard work, and from the eyes of someone robbed of justice, praying for fairness that never seems to come. And when the lights go out inside us and the questions pile up like ruins, this cry echoes: where is divine justice? Why do the kind suffer? Why do the wicked walk free? Can this really be a just world under a just God? When we reflect on divine justice, we have to reconsider our personal understanding of what justice really means. To us humans, justice often feels transactional. Do good, get rewarded. Do wrong, get punished. But is that how God's justice works? Or is his justice something deeper, broader, and far beyond our limited grasp? God doesn't measure by our emotions, nor does he govern the universe according to the swings of our moods. His justice isn't confined to a painful event we live through, nor to a tragic ending we witness. It's a justice built on infinite wisdom, on knowledge without limit, on a vision of life that doesn't begin with birth or end with death. Divine justice is inseparable from mercy and from testing. What feels like injustice to us may actually be a moment of elevation in God's eyes, a purification, a preparation for something greater. How many trials seemed like the end, only to become the beginning of deeper clarity, stronger faith, or a return to ourselves? God never wrongs anyone, but we often misunderstand, reading the events of our lives as if they were the whole story, when in truth they're just a single line in a much larger narrative. A story that only makes full sense in his presence when the veil is finally lifted. Sometimes God tests those he loves by withholding, not as punishment, but as preparation. Just like a doctor might keep a patient away from something harmful to help them heal, God might take something from us to cleanse us, free us, or guide us to something better. We don't see the whole picture, but God does. He sees beyond the pain, beyond the injustice, beyond even death. At the same time, his justice doesn't forget those who commit wrongs. A tyrant might live in luxury, but inside they carry an emptiness, a secret panic, a fear of being exposed, and a fate they can't escape. Justice isn't about what happens in a moment. It's about how everything ends. And what ending could be more just than the one God promises on the day of judgment? Asking whether God is just isn't an act of disbelief. It's a search for understanding. But we have to ask ourselves, do we believe in his justice on his terms, or do we demand it on ours? Do we trust his wisdom when ours falls short? Do we believe that this universe, with all its seeming chaos, is ruled by a God who does not wrong even an atom's weight? Yes, God is just. His justice isn't measured through our narrow eyes, but by his limitless knowledge. If he pulled back the curtain and showed us the whole picture, we'd weep at the mercy hidden in his justice. What looks like loss may be protection. What feels like injustice may be part of eternal reward. God doesn't delay out of neglect, he delays to refine. Every tear, every sigh, every bitter moment of patience, they all carry weight in his scales. And no matter how long the night seems, the sun of divine justice never fails to rise. So, is God just? Absolutely. And even if justice seems absent in this world, it has a perfect appointment in the next. That's what brings peace to the heart and stillness to the soul. And in a moment of honest reflection, when our pride softens and our hearts break open, we realize something profound. We are not the center of the universe. We do not hold the keys to ultimate wisdom. We do not fully understand life as it was meant to be understood. We're limited. We look through tiny windows and question vast designs. But God, in his full knowledge, weaves our lives into a tapestry of purpose, every thread measured, every moment accounted for. God's justice doesn't mean instant rewards or visible punishments. It's a justice rooted in eternal wisdom. Wisdom that sees this world not as a courtroom, but as a field of trial. The final results? They're announced only on the day when every soul will be fully repaid for what it earned, and no injustice will be done. To demand that God settle every score right now is like asking for a final grade in the middle of an exam.